Good morning. It is 11:50 in the 11:50 a.m. 15th of February. I'm on the way back home to Toowoomba. I just spent. I think I got up at like 10 o'clock or something. I woke up and my brother-in-law was playing Minecraft, so then I also hopped on Minecraft. But then I only played for about maybe half an hour, if that, maybe 20 minutes. No, let's say closer to half an hour. And then I decided, no, I can't do this. If I stay here and play Minecraft, I'm going to achieve nothing today. So I decided it's probably best if I went home. So I just hopped in the car and here we are on the way back to Toowoomba. Now, I've got about an hour and a half to go. The plan is to train pool today. So I'm thinking that I'll go to the Good Life today instead of the Snap, purely just because usually there's a fair few people at the Snap Fitness, and I don't feel like waiting around. Like, I don't feel like waiting for machines. Good Life just has the bigger area, so it just makes sense to go to that one. So I'll give that a go. It's going to be a pretty bad time though, because everyone's going to be there shopping. But if they're there shopping, it means they're not there in the gym. So we'll see how we go. Parking shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I'm not really feeling too enthused. I woke up a bit sore today. And I guess I am due for a rest day, but I want to eat that Wagyu. And if I'm going to eat Wagyu, I'm going to work out. I think that's just one of the things that... And I've got some of that salmon on it, and I need to eat some of that salmon. So if I want to eat delicious food, I've got to earn it. So I need to go to the gym. I'd like to go for a couple Ks today for running. I'd say at least 2, because realistically, on average for me, 2 Ks is about 15 minutes. So, like, it's pretty... 15 minutes isn't a long time. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll see how we go. I don't have any pre-workout with me. I don't have any supplements with me. I've only got my protein powder. I'm charging my over-ear headphones because they died the last session, so I thought to myself that I'll at least charge them while I'm driving home so I can have something to listen to music to, because I don't like being disturbed, or I don't like stopping and starting. But anyway, so on to the mindfulness post. I am grateful for... You know what? I'm grateful for in-car chargers, because if I didn't... In-car chargers and portable power banks, because they are both something that I utilise every day, all the time. I'm terrible at charging things. I often run things out of battery. But I find it happens less when I have my portable chargers with me. So that in itself, pretty positive. Oh God, I wish this guy would get out of my lane. Anyways, I went over the game plan. So the game plan for today is, go smash pool day, go do a bit of a run, and then I'm going to say, oh my God, why are you stopping? And then I'm going to say it'll be probably just some laptop work. I still haven't finished the XP leveling system. I was spending time with the family yesterday, so I didn't do anything. So yeah, I'll just try and get in and do some of that. We had the house inspection today, or not a house inspection, but there was a house that we're looking at buying, and I just can't make it. I mean, it was at like 10:30 or 11 o'clock, and it's only 12 o'clock now, so my friend's checking it out for us. Yeah, it looks like it has fantastic potential. Like, there's just so much that we could do with that house. So, and then my friend's already sold on it. Like, he absolutely wants it. But anyways, so I feel like there was another question in the mindfulness post, but I just cannot remember. And with the amount of phone cameras in Brisbane, it's not worth me reaching for my phone just to see what else is going on. But I'll let you know how we go. Like, maybe I might just talk to you when I'm coming back from the gym. Alright, well, I will talk to you later. Hello. So it is 4:06 p.m. I finished at the gym. I had a very stop-start kind of workout. Like, it was good, but at the very start, like, I'd probably done 2 working sets of some low row cable, like some cable low rows with the close grip. Like, I'd probably had done 2 working sets, and then this guy came over and was like, "Hey man, I love your tattoos, rah rah rah," and we proceeded to talk for like the next 20 minutes just about tattoos. And it was awesome, like, getting to know him, and it turns out that he knows my little brother from just being at the gym, but he also knows my mum and my mum's friend, because old mate used to work at the butcher where my mum and my little brother used to go like every Sunday for like, we would do like a family lunch, and whenever I was in town I'd also come. And yeah, he knew them also from there. So it was just crazy that the fact that old mate knew who my mum was, and my mum's friend from the gym, and my little brother, all before he knew me. So it's just crazy things like that. I did manage to, and then I did some more, and then I did like another 2 sets, and then he came back over and we talked again. And like, it's not bad. I do like talking to people, don't get me wrong. I just hate stopping and starting things at the gym, because I'm trying to be as consistent as possible, and extended break periods just throw me off. It's not necessarily bad, but yeah, it just throws me off. So I think in the end, and then I couldn't remember how many sets I'd done, so I think in the end I did like 5 working sets, because like it was stop start. Like, I did 2 and then have a chat, and then did another 2 and then have another chat, and then, or maybe I did 6 working sets in the end, but like there was a big gap between some of them. So yeah, I did some low rows, and then I did some close grip cable pull downs, lat pull downs, whatever you want to call them. I did some of those. I then worked the 45 pull through, I'm calling it, the 45 cable pull through for the rear delts. I also did that, and then after that I did some rear delt flies. I then moved on to biceps, and I just did standing. Now I can't remember the fucking, when it comes to the bars, there's 2 types. There's curly and there's straight. I can't remember the technical name for the curly bar, so I'm just calling it the curly bar. So I did standing thing of those. I did about 4 sets there, and then I went and finished with some rope hammer curls on the cable machine. Went and did that, and then the best part is I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go for a run, and I didn't feel too bad, if I'm being completely honest. So then I started it off at like 10.5 Ks, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what, this isn't too bad. I'm not huffing, I'm not puffing a whole heap. So then I upped it, and then I upped it, and then I upped it, and then eventually I came up with this idea of, I wonder if I can get to 4 kilometers in under 20 minutes. So then at the 15-minute mark, I was sitting around, I think I was at like 2.9 Ks, something like that. So to be on the safe side, I think I upped my running speed to like 15 kilometers an hour, 15 or 15.5, something like that. because I really wanted to ensure that I got to the 4 kilometers before 20 minutes. So yeah, so when I got to 20 minutes, I had run 4.14 kilometers, and that is my fastest time yet. I'm pretty sure it's my fastest time yet. It's the most distance I've covered in 20 minutes so far. So I was over the moon. I was ecstatic. I could not believe it. I was fucking blown away. During that set, well, during the last 5 minutes, my friend who was playing Pokemon Go said, "Oh, come on," because I said to him that I might come down and play some Pokemon Go once I finish at the gym. But since I was so blown out, I'd left it too late, because it's 4 o'clock right now, and if I go play Pokemon Go, that would finish at 5 o'clock. So then it'd take me about 20 minutes to get home, and then 20 to 25 minutes depending on traffic, and then I'd have to duck home, have the quickest shower, leave home at probably 5:40 to then drive back into Toowoomba to then go have dinner. And I don't feel like rushing, so I just decided, no, I'm not going to go play Pokemon Go. As good as the social aspect would be, I just didn't want to prioritize it. I'd rather go home, read my book, and play some guitar. For me, that's more important. So yeah, that's the dealio. But look, anyways, so I'm probably about, let's say 15 minutes from home. Gonna get home real quick, have a quick shower. Well, actually no, I might even just unwind for a little bit, read my book, play some guitar, and then I might even get dressed up for dinner. Might even put on some long pants, or I could just go the complete opposite, because I'm in this weird phase where I don't like how my head is my hair is too short to just have nothing on it. It just looks really weird. And even my sister said last night, she was like, "It looks really weird that you have hair now." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And then for people that have ever grown their hair out, there's these awkward stages. I remember because I used to have a short back and side all the time, and then I decided to grow it out. But then the transition period from the short back and side until it had grown long enough, it just looks real bizarre. You just look untidy, and it looks like you need a fucking haircut. So yeah, I'm at that stage now where my hair's not quite short enough that I'm kind of bald, and it's not long enough to look like I have hair. It's just got this weird peach fuzz thing going on. So I just might wear a hat and just wear a normal t-shirt and just go all casual and just be comfortable. Actually, there's probably nothing wrong with being comfortable, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, so I'm gonna just get home, get this all sorted. I'll relax a little bit, and then I might even try and go for another run later this afternoon. If not, it's okay, because I did do I did a fair bit today already. I've already run 4Ks, which is more than what that's nearly a couple days worth of running for me. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get on home and I'll talk to you a bit later. I am genuinely amazed at how good Super Night Mode is. Wow, genuinely amazed. So just came from dinner. So when I got home, I ate 440 grams of salmon with the skin on. I had to use ChatGPT to figure out how many calories is in it when it's raw, because sometimes, and I know that this is picking at things, on MyFitnessPal, you've got the raw version, and then you've got the cooked version, which may or may not, there's usually a bit of difference in between the weights. So I used ChatGPT to figure out which one was closest, and then I just went from there. So I had 440 grams of that, and then I had a shake, and then at dinner, because I'm very historically good at not eating enough lately, so I got some chicken karagi bao buns, and then I got the pork belly main, and then Pop gave me a lamb chop because he had 3, but they were just absolutely massive, so he gave me one, so I got a lamb chop there. And then I also had like a tort cake. So yeah, had all that. Surely that's at least 2,000 calories or something, surely. So hopefully I shouldn't be under my calories today. But we'll see how we go. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'll just adjust accordingly tomorrow. But look, at the end of the day, let's just celebrate the fact that I ran 4Ks in 20 minutes. Like, for me, that's amazing. I'm a lot closer to my goal of running 5Ks in 25 minutes. Now I know what you're thinking. Treadmill versus running out in the real world, 2 very different things. But I guess the little loophole is I never specified where I had to run 5Ks in 25 minutes. I never specified whether it was treadmill or outside, because at the end of the day, for me, for a bloke that hasn't run in years, literally years, and so the fact that I struggled to run 300 meters, 400 meters, 500 meters back in the day, and now I've gone to running a couple Ks, like, holy hell, that's awesome in my eyes. So that is definitely cause for celebration. And look, if I get lots of sleep tonight, I should be well rested, and then that's more energy for tomorrow. So winner chicken dinner. But since I cooked food and whatnot, I didn't really have any time to play guitar or read my book. So I should need to do both when I get home. And then I'm doing a gym, so I'm going to be doing push day tomorrow with my housemate's brother. So either I'll pick him up in the morning, or he'll walk over there and meet me over there. Either way, we'll be hitting the gym tomorrow, and then yeah, it'll be really good. I mean, I do like training with other people, because you just naturally push yourself that little bit more, and you can generally push more weight because you have someone there spotting you. So those are good things, and he's got the same mentality of me of there is time for talking and there is time for lifting, and when it is time to lift, we shut up and we lift. So yeah, I think it'll be good. And we're choosing to go in the morning because I feel like less people go in the morning compared to as the day progresses. You know, as the day progresses, they usually I find that on a Sunday anyways, that the longer you leave it, the more people there are, because everyone's just, they've been out partying on a Saturday night. So yeah, we'll play it all by ear. But besides that, I think that's the main thing. And then look, I will try and get in and at least finish the XP leveling system tonight. At least put it up there. And then I was thinking that I will...
Construction reported ahead.
I was thinking that I will, at least at the end of each week, tally up how much I've done. So that makes it way easier to keep track of things. That's what I'm thinking anyways. But we'll see how that plays out. I still need to tally up everything from January, or at least round it out or something, or even for the reading, I was thinking that what I could do is I could Google to see how long it usually takes to read that Ikigai book, and then just work on that. Like that could be the whole January thing, because it took me the whole month to read that book. And then as for the guitar playing and whatnot, that would be harder, I think, to try and figure out how long I've played. I probably will have to go back through the notes for that. When I say the notes, I just mean the blog post, really. Yeah, and maybe just use the search function, perhaps. Besides all of that, I think that's virtually it. For now, anyways. And then I guess I have been umming and ahhing about the whole 3D printer thing. I thought it would be the coolest thing, like a fun little project would be to make a ghost, like a Destiny ghost that floats, using magnets, and then a breakdancing R2D2. I thought that would be such a fun thing to make, and it's just cool. Instead of, for copyright and whatnot, instead of R2D2, he could be R2B2, and the B could be for like boombox or something. Like he might have speakers on the inside that then flip out, and he plays music while he breakdances. Like that just seems like a fun thing, right? Yeah, just all just random ass ideas. Will it actually happen? Maybe. Probably not. We'll see. It's funny. It's funny where life takes us. You end up where you need to be without even knowing that's where you need to be. So, if I end up making an R2B2, see what happens. Anyways, I'm going to keep driving home, and then I ate so much food that I kind of feel sick. So, like Jesus Christ, I should probably go vomit right now. Like that's how I'm feeling. I ate so much food that I just feel sick. And I drank a lot of water. I think I drank like 4 cups of water over the span of dinner, or maybe 5 cups. Like I drank bloody heaps of water. So yeah, but oh yeah, sorry. I'll talk to you when I wrap this up. Good morning, or it is 11:57 p.m. technically on the 15th of February, so coming into midnight. Look, I didn't do a whole heap, if I'm being completely honest. When I got back from dinner, I think I felt so sick from eating so much at dinner that I kind of just became a vegetable and laid on the couch. And then we watched some anime. Me and my best mate, we traded some Pokemon. We played some Pokemon TCG on our phones. I told him on how I was like, oh, I kind of want to buy a 3D printer. And he was like, oh, well, wait till tax time. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. And I was like, oh, I don't have that many tax write-offs for this year. And I was like, oh, maybe I should just get a new laptop. I don't realistically need one. If anything, it'd just be for the convenience side of things. But I don't think it's a massive deal breaker. Yeah, look, we'll see how we go. So, I'll just start the post. So, what did I learn today? I finally finished my creative writing podcast, I guess. It's from the Tim Ferriss show. It was episode episode 794, with Brandon Sanderson. Finally finished that on the way home today, and it was just really cool, like listening to a guy that, he sold, who really didn't make much money his first year in writing, and his wife was supporting him, I guess, because she was a nurse, and then everything just came full circle, and then one of his Kickstarter projects, which, as far as I know, is still the highest it holds the record on the internet so far. It was like 45 million that was done on, like that was done in that, I don't know if you call it a transaction, but in that Kickstarter, like that's fucking ridiculous. And it was just really cool to hear the story of how that all happened and how he got to where he is. So I learnt some, well, I guess an author, I learned a new author that I'd like to read some of his books, because I can't exactly remember I can't exactly remember the names. One was called like Mistborn, and then Wheel of Time, I think another one was. And then there was another one which went on to be his bestseller, I think. Something about the Green Truss, or I can't exactly remember. But it had a cool storyline. Like when he was spitballing the idea, it's like, oh, imagine if there was a prince who said that, oh, I'm going to go out and get this treasure, and then when I come back, I'll marry you. But then he never came back, so then it was up to the princess to go look for him, and then she went on her own journey to go rescue him. It just after listening to the podcast, I think the podcast was like 2 hours, something along those lines. It's a bloody long episode, but I love those. And so it was just, after listening to it, I really want to read it, because he's fantasy based. He's on the same level as the guy that wrote Game of Thrones. I can't remember old mate's name, really can't. So yeah, like if I learned anything, it'd probably be in that creative space, like learning more about writing and just more about that world, because I only got into books this year, so I obviously don't know a whole heap in that kind of sense. But obviously I want to get into it, like I want to explore and learn. So what positive things happened today? Well, even though I did get disturbed at the gym, I still feel like I had a good session, and I met some new people, met 2 new people, and then we were talking, like, and it was just great to meet more within that gym community. Like I've met heaps of people in the last month, that all know my brother, and it's just really nice just getting to know other people in that community. And it's even nicer finding people that also share the same interests, like anime. Like the guy today, he had a bunch of, I call it like a sticker bomb kind of effect, but all of his different tattoos were just different things from different anime, and that was really cool. I love seeing things like that, the creativity, and just it, like tattoos are a rite of passage in my eyes, like, and like the amount of time that you spend to get them done, I think it's a great way to express yourself. Besides that, I teed it up. Oh, well, not I, but I got asked to go to the gym with my housemate's brother tomorrow. So that's really good. That was really positive that he wants someone to help push him in that sense, and he knows that I go every day. So, and then like it is nice going out, like going with someone, because it's just different. Like you just train differently, and like hopefully I can help be a part of his journey. So really looking forward to that. Other positive things that happened. Look, I'm up so late because I just spent 25 minutes playing guitar. I read my book for 11 minutes. I ran 4Ks in 20 minutes. Now, for me, for a guy that has not run in years, that is fucking, like, that made me feel so good today that I didn't realise that I could accomplish things like that. And then it makes the goal of running 5Ks in 25 minutes not so unrealistic. Like, God, like imagine if my lungs weren't all fucked out, and imagine if I wasn't sick. Like, I'm still sick right now. Like, I'm still coughing up phlegm every hour, every half hour. Like, my nose is still sniffling when I go to the gym. Like, I still am sick. And I potentially had COVID this week. When I did my test, I was negative, but I was probably past that point. Like, I probably did have it, but the test came back negative. So until then, still negative. Like, still never had COVID. But like, I've done all that while I've been sick. Like, so for me, that is even more unreal. Like, and the fact that I'm not even doing it fresh. Like, I do my running after I exercise, like after I lift weights. That's not even giving myself a fair go. Like, I don't know why. But yeah, like I'm utterly blown away at the amount of progress in terms of running that I've achieved. But even in the fact of like I've been really consistent with the gym. I've been really consistent with my eating. I haven't weighed myself lately. And I'm not really too concerned. If anything, I'm just trying to, build the habits slowly. I am tracking my calories. I am trying to be in a deficit. Yeah, like, and I'm trying my best to, if anything, my problem is actually undereating. I undereat. I just don't eat enough, realistically. Like, right now, I should probably nearly go eat something else, but I did eat a fuck ton at dinner time. So, but I don't, like, I looked at my watch just before I started this, and my calorie expenditure for the day was 4,100. So for me to be in a deficit, like a decent deficit, or like a within reason deficit, that's 3,500 calories. Now, before I went to dinner, I consumed 1,100. So that means I had to have eaten 2,400 at dinner, which I don't think, like, to eat 2,400 calories, that's a lot. But I did eat a lot of shit. Like, I virtually had 2 dinners, and dessert. So it might even out. And especially considering the fact that a Costco pizza, like one slice of pizza, is 600 calories. So like, when you put it into that kind of perspective, I don't think it's that unrealistic that I should be pretty close to my calorie intake. But yeah, I've just been keeping with it. I'm still trying to, I didn't play guitar yesterday and I didn't read my book yesterday, so I definitely wanted to do them both before going to bed tonight. So it's just those little things, like I'm up right now, like I should be sleeping because the kids are probably going to be up early, but I prepared for this. I've got some earplugs and I'm going to whack those fuckers in my ear, and then hopefully I sleep at least 8 hours and then get up semi early in the morning and go to the gym. So like, yeah, we'll see how we go. We're into the self-reflection and notes part, so I feel like I just covered a fair bit of that just now. I was thinking that instead of just, like, I think the other change I'm going to do in regards to my posting is that instead of just putting mindfulness vlog, like, I might just put like today's is going to be 16th of February. And then instead of just putting mindfulness vlog, I might just start putting something a bit more personal for that day. Because ChatGPT, what it does is it grabs that transcript and then it makes up its own title. So I feel like I should probably do the same thing, make some kind of title, and then just go from there. Like, just have something a bit more personal towards each day. I've got a fair bit of spare time tomorrow after the gym There's nothing really planned. So I'm going to take that day, I'm going to take tomorrow to play catch up. You know, I've got 2 laundry baskets worth of clothes to pack away. I'm probably going to wash my sheets and a bunch of clothes. Try and do some laptop work, because I've been saying that for like the last 3 days, but I just have not get around to it, because mainly just because it's such a big task setting up my laptop. Like, I've got to go get the laptop, and then I've got to, and like, it's not even that big of a task really. Like, it's just a pain in the ass when kids are around. It's hard to concentrate. So it's things like that that make me realize that I really should have my own place, or at least a bigger space where I can have more stuff. Because right now I'm trying to compress everything into a Harry Potter style bedroom, and it's bearable. Don't get me wrong, I'm making it work, but holy hell, does my room look like a brothel? Like, there's just shit everywhere. But anyways, overall, really positive, really solid progress with everything. Like, realistically, like the fact that I discovered a quieter way to strum my guitar, it just helps me even in times like now, like, so that way I don't have to worry about waking up my housemates. And just little things like that, like it's all those little things that add up. Just like these habits, like I felt like my transition to C is getting better slightly, very slightly. Since I can't see the frets, I often lose track of where my fingers are, and until I build up that muscle memory, I'm still gonna suck shit at it. But like, realistically, if I'm ever gonna play for someone, I can't just be looking at my fingers all the time, because I then will lose track of, like, if I was trying to sing, I'll be too focused where my finger positioning is, instead of actually just like getting the rhythm together with everything, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's all just practice. I might even film myself playing some guitar tomorrow, just so that way, you know, that you guys know that. Oh, well, I say you guys, but obviously no one watches this. Just so that I'm not full of shit, I am practicing guitar, and just, it'd even be cool just for like a progress standpoint. So like, if I played some guitar now, and then played it again in like 6 months, like the difference from now to then, I always like seeing progress things. I think it's really cool. Just because whenever I look at someone's progress, I go, fuck yeah, they've come such a long way. That's awesome. I guess another positive thing was, like, one of the trainers sees me a fair bit. Like, we say g'day every now and then, but he was having a bit of a chat to me, and as we were leaving, we were both walking out at the same time. I don't really talk to him that often or that much, but he must have felt confident enough to strike up a conversation with me, and that was also another positive thing, just getting to know more people in my local gym community. Well, one of my local gym communities, because I technically go to 2 different gyms. Yeah, fucking really happy with how everything is progressing. But I'm gonna wrap this up. So, oh wait, I always forget the whole, what is one thing that you did today that scared you? For me, it's going to be upping it. It was actually upping the speed on the treadmill. Every time I upped the speed on the treadmill, I had this thought in the back of my head of, what happens if I slip? And it'll be like one of those YouTube videos where I've tripped and then I fall on the treadmill and then it launches me backwards. Like, every time I up the speed, that's something that all I could think of, because I know that I'm clumsy. I trip over myself all the time, and it's not that far-fetched for me to trip over on a treadmill and then get flung off. It's never happened, but it's something that was actively in my mind every time I was upping the speed on the treadmill. Eventually, I guess I just got over it and I was too busy trying to chase my goal. But yeah, so that's something that I did today that scared me. Anyways, just remember that you're enough. You've got this. Go crush some goals and go kick some ass. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.